So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are free!
Hey everybody, it's a new episode of Ho 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 Hong Kong. Extra one for the season.
That's right. We're
I'm
getting
your
closer.
host, Mohammed Magdi.
And I'm the other
Ho, ho,
host,
ho.
Vivek Mababani.
Yay.
Yeah, we're going with the extra happy self-introduction today.
Oh yeah. We last night we had a really fun show, and Vivek, you're on the panel.
Yeah, man.
You can explain.
So the game was called Ready, Set, Fail.
Yeah.
And what happens is that Ishan is the game master / host, has a panelist of 4 comedians or 4 people or 4 basically breathing bodies.
Yeah.
You know, a comedian or people and breathing bodies is very relative to what the audience perceives it as.
Correct.
And basically just playing fun little games that were inspired by other game shows that he's watched before.
Yeah.
On the lowest budget you could ever imagine. Exactly.
Yeah, and the lowest budget you can ever imagine, you can probably understand why, which is because I'm the producer.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes. So if it's got the Mohammed QC,
Yeah.
it means there's no $ involved. Right over there, man.
There is a lot of experience, but no dollar sign.
Exactly. Yeah,
So I
yeah. And
can
when they
just-
say experience, he really means like, you know, you will be experiencing something.
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah,
There's a
exactly,
lot
yeah.
of experience that you will be having.
Yes, exactly,
You will be
during the show.
You're paying money, you'll get experience.
Yeah,
That's-
you'll experience excitement before the show starts,
Yeah.
anticipation when the show begins, and then disappointment as the show goes on.
That's not true.
And finally regret when you leave. You're like, God damn it, man. I
I think that's for you particularly because, we obviously didn't tell you this, but every volume of
Yeah.
this show, one of the 4 panelists is like the target
yeah.
of just bullying.
Yeah,
from-
exactly.
yeah.
Like gets the lowest points,
Gets the
gets
lowest
the extra
point.
work.
Yes, exactly. So you actually were chosen to be
I can't
that.
believe. So the thing
Yeah.
is, like Ishan, I think like 3 days ago, messages me, says, "Hey, all right, could you do one of your tasks is prepare an item that resembles the other comedians."
Right.
He didn't specify just one of the comedians. He
Yes.
did the other comedians. So I'm like, okay, I guess we got doing that.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, makes sense. You know, everyone brings something else. Like, hey, look at you, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
You know. I was like, okay. The thing is that I was like, oh, what resembles them? I don't know them that enough to be like, oh, and I don't want to be like too inside joke as well.
Sure.
So I was like, oh, I don't know. I'm looking around the whole house, and obviously no one's gonna go out like Secret Santa this stuff. I'm like, let me
Yeah.
buy something.
Yeah.
And I'm like looking around, I'm like, what the hell, man? But this is like one of those things where you're like, oh, I don't know if that was gonna be mean, or you
Yeah.
know, is that really misunderstood, or did I completely misinterpret this person?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was alright. I mean, the good
Well,
thing
the
is
joke there was that you were told to bring to everybody else like
Yeah.
something that represent the 3 other people.
Yeah.
They were told to bring one item to represent themselves.
I know.
So you had the
I was like,
extra.
what the hell?
So yeah, you found that out on stage. and
Yeah.
just the look on your face was so funny.
Dude,
You're
I was
hey,
like,
what
upset.
the hell, man?
I know. I was like, wait a second, hold on a second. Let
Yeah.
me understand. Did I bill you for this? What's going
Yeah.
on? You know.
And also, no one brought anything to represent you. So
Yeah.
not just that you're doing extra work.
I got nothing.
You got nothing.
I got nothing, man. The best thing is like then we're on the show. Ishan's like, no, you just have to pick like one comedian. I'm like, well, let me look at your message again, man.
Yeah.
That's not what you said, dude.
Yeah.
The other comedians
Yeah.
with an S. And I was at that moment, I was like genuinely like, what the hell? You
Yeah.
know, I was like so surprised because like I really came in with the whole like, you know, hey, it's a team effort. Let's do this. And all of a sudden, I'm like, what the fuck
No.
did I sign up for? But
No.
hey, that's part of the game, man. That's life. It was a life lesson.
Yes.
Where sometimes you walk into a situation thinking like, oh, you know, it's all fun and games.
Yeah.
Then it turns out, oh, life throws you a curveball. It's how you get back up.
Yes.
You know, it's like this is what life's all about. It's how you get back up.
the show you started in the bottom and ended up right in the bottom. It's still in the bottom.
The point
But
is
it's the
getting up.
journey.
I never said climbing up.
Yeah.
I said getting up.
Yes.
Yes. The point of this journey, and I indeed experienced something.
Yes, you did experience something, which is what the life is about. It's experiences.
It's experiences. So that's why the next Ready, Set, Fail, everyone, please come on in over here. Bring with yourself some creative ideas if you
Yeah.
want. There's a lot of crowd submissions of stuff to challenge.
Yeah, that was actually one of the more fun parts of the show.
Yeah.
There was like it's like a PowerPoint or whatever, and like throughout the show, the screen comes on that says like it shows a QR code where people can text anything
Yeah.
to the panelists, and then like the host Ishan reads it out.
Yeah.
and it got just wackier and wackier.
All I can say,
A lot of
as as the show producer, obviously you find the best part of the show is making the paying customers do the work. You're like, that's the best part of the show.
Yeah, of course.
Let's do this every day.
They
you
feel
know?
like they're part of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing less work.
Yeah.
Everyone is happy.
This is the same model as a personal trainer. You're like giving them money to torture me. What?
yeah.
You know? Yeah.
yeah, you just watch. You're like,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
go.
you're making me do the work. I'm paying you, man.
Yeah. But actually, there was a version, there was a segment called basically what the hell is this or what the
yeah.
fuck is this, and that's inspired by. Did you ever watch Hot Ones?
Oh, the wings one.
Yeah. So on that show, there is a segment called Explain That Gram.
oh,
So they basically do a deep dive on the guest
guest, yeah.
Instagram. So we did a version of that, and I had to do because I'm the one who was like friends with all the all the comedians. So I had to do like a deep dive.
did you
on-
get like at any point like a message from Facebook going like, dude,
what
what's
are you
going
doing?
on? What
yeah,
are you
yeah.
doing?
Or
yeah,
are you stalking your
yeah,
friend?
exactly. Yeah.
I wish, but no. That was like a really fun afternoon because there was actually me and Ishan sitting in a coffee shop, like writing the show basically, and I had to be the one doing the deep dive. And I saw so many like weird things, like and this is also something for everybody in the listening now. Go and clean up. Here's what you need to do. Facebook particularly, because Facebook started around
Yeah.
2007. Now we're all like, sorry to remind you of your age. Now we're just all old. If you have started on Facebook around that time, you're probably like,
Yeah.
ancient.
Yeah.
And there are photos from that time. Here's what you really need to do with your privacy. The photos of you are the problem. Because photos of you means the
Yeah.
photos that other people tagged of you. And
Ah.
then your friends can see those. The photos, you think the photos that you are uploading are fine, which most probably are fine. Because you wouldn't upload something
That you
like-
weren't okay with. Yeah.
you weren't okay with. Maybe now it's a bit embarrassing. You look kind of retarded back then.
Yeah.
That's fine. But the photos of you, people used to dump whole albums
Yeah.
on Facebook.
It's all there. Check it out. You know.
And
yeah.
like, no, just like the trips as well, right? Like people go like whatever, Vegas and like, bury
Yeah.
their faces in prostitutes. and then they're like, with this and this and this, like
Yeah,
50
like, don't
people.
tag me.
Yeah, exactly. So don't tag me, exactly. And then someone like me can just go
Yeah.
photos of you. So
Yeah.
this is your reminder. You're welcome. This is your reminder to go on your Facebook right now and check your privacy setting for photos of you.
I think you just came up with the new holiday game.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone comes over and like photos of you.
Yes.
And like and every now and then someone gets like 5 tries to explain.
Yes.
Like what's going on, man? And you can't do the whole like I don't remember. It was
Yeah.
a blur. Yeah, you did that, man.
That's a great holiday. You're right. Like
Yeah.
there will be a lot of holiday games and drinking games and all of that. Maybe everybody before you can do your own settings, but before that, there's a lot of people who are not listening. You're listening, but there's a lot of people who are not listening.
Yeah.
So you should go on their Facebook and dig up their embarrassing photos.
Yeah.
And then yes, on the holidays, what is it called? Blue elephant or whatever? What do they call it?
What, like-
White elephant?
Oh, what?
The
what?
thing with
the
the
game?
exchange photos.
Oh,
the
Secret
exchange-
Santa?
Yeah. But
Oh,
there's
yeah.
one with an elephant.
I have
think
no
it's
idea,
called White
man.
Elephant.
That one I don't know. But what
Yeah.
I would recommend though is that game that you're suggesting.
Yeah.
Do it around the dinner table. Do you know like how you do Thanksgiving and everyone gives thanks?
Oh, it's so funny.
Everyone has to like, explain one photo from their social media.
Yes.
And like in front of everyone. So there's no like, I wasn't listening. What happened? You know, it's really focused. You're put on the spot.
Yeah.
You can't run away. You can't be like, oh, I have diarrhea. You can't do that. Right. So I think that'd be a really cool thing. The good thing is that will also show you who is truly your friend. Because if they get upset with you after that dinner,
Yeah.
they eliminated themselves.
Yes,
So
true.
they're not back again next year.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
then you will save one less gift.
One less
I don't
gift.
have to buy any.
Yeah, you're aging and you know you're trying to reduce your friends anyway.
course, yes.
So this is all helping you, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why photos of you is what is going to do it for you.
Yes.
And then like hopefully after that, maybe if you're lucky, you still have one friend left.
It's only Facebook because Instagram only took off like in the last like whatever 7-8 years. It's
and
not
they were
as
all,
ancient.
They were all photo based anyway. So
Exactly.
it was
You're
done
really
like on
filtering
purpose.
down.
Yeah. This is just like here's a whole album. I don't give a shit.
Dude, when I did like Cassie, shout out Cassie. When I like, there's so like I chose the least. Like there are photos. There's just like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah. I
There's
can imagine.
just-
Yeah.
It's just so inappropriate. So I'm like, they're out there. Like, what
Yeah.
are you doing?
I was curious though, and like everyone was getting their chance. I was like, oh, I wonder which one's he gonna pick for me, because I was like, what have I done that has been posted on Twitter? I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe.
Well,
that
the
thing.
Indian one is like, the
Yeah,
one
me
that-
blowing the little trumpet thing
So
for the
yeah,
snake.
explain just the photo first.
Okay,
And
so
then-
there's me in this full-on like Indian outfit with the turban, sitting down with like the flute in my mouth.
You look like a
and-
Disney character.
full on. I think that's what they were going for. You
Yeah.
know, full on that thing. There was like a little basket in front of me, clearly signifying there's a snake inside.
Yes.
And then I think now I do know it's for RTHK. I specifically remember that because I
Right.
did that. And I was like, I can't believe this is happening. But okay, whatever. You know.
Why did they? That's I think that's back in the day when it was okay.
This
Now
was
I think
it
it's
won't
not.
happen now. Yeah, this
No.
was definitely like probably 2009.
Yeah.
because like I did that show with RTHK called Hong Kong Stories, where I was the host, and I
Right.
think that was one of the
Wait, that's
segments.
different from Hong Kong Stories, the storytelling show.
Correct, very
Yeah.
different. Yeah, this is the one people actually watch.
Nice.
So I was the host for that show, and every episode was about one ethnicity in Hong Kong that's not Chinese.
Right.
Right. So they had that whole thing, and I believe this is one of the.
Wait, that's a very short show.
It was
There is still like
8
yeah,
episodes.
I was gonna say
Yes, 8 episodes. Yeah. Like we covered
it's
our bases.
not like
yeah.
oh we have a huge German population.
Yeah, exactly,
Who was like
yeah.
native to like yeah.
Not even just that. Even if there was a population, you got to still contact them and have them willing to be on the show and
Yes,
stuff like
yes,
that. Yeah, so
yeah.
there's probably like 8 people in Hong Kong.
Sure.
Like, sure, put me on TV,
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
you know. So I believe that was one of the segments where they had me dressed up, full on turban, full Indian like outfit, Sultan
This is so
style,
fucking
whatever,
funny.
sitting over
Yeah.
there. And I believe, if I remember correctly, is that me playing that little flute or whatever,
Mm.
and then letting them know that, oh, you know, by the way, this is not what every Indian does.
Right.
So don't take a stereotype. I think that's for real. This is the first time I've ever wearing this. And I
Right.
don't own a snake, stuff like that.
Right.
So it's one of those reverse things. But
Yeah.
like, obviously now when you look at it, like, oh, I wouldn't explain it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I remember back then, man. Back then it was way looser, man. You could do a lot of these things, and you know.
I mean, I grew up like watching, like The Simpsons and
Yeah.
like not South Park, Family Guy and stuff like this. I love South Park now, but like back then I didn't.
Oh, yeah, I was
have
wrong,
access.
yeah.
But like Family Guy and The Simpsons have so many jokes like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But I mean,
so
like,
to
they-
me that's like funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think, but they put it in your face, so like we are doing this,
Right,
you know?
right.
But that's the difference. They're more a private thing versus like RTHK and all that stuff. It would be more like a government based thing,
Right.
and also having some sort of government backing. Like, yeah, we can't go that far.
But it's also RTHK was not doing it to be funny. That's another thing.
yeah, well,
right?
it was actually saying something that I know you're all thinking.
That's worse.
Yeah, they were not trying to make it up. They're like, this is actually what you're thinking. Let me
Yeah.
tell you why it's wrong. I mean, I remember in one of the episodes, they had me standing outside Prince's building in Central.
Mm.
They asked me, could you get like an uncle or somebody to just basically simply walk by, bang
Yeah.
into you, and then like be all like, we're not all related.
Oh my god.
So the good thing that I
They
remember.
basically went for every hacky open micers joke.
Yeah.
But for our RTHK.
Yeah. But it was weird because like we had to do a few takes.
Yeah.
So there's my uncle standing over there, and I'm looking at the camera explaining that Indian people in Hong Kong have settled for many years.
Yeah.
And initially it was a small group, but over time we expanded
Yeah.
more and more. And then like he would just walk by and just bang into me, and he had to like bang into me, walk past me, and look back and be like, "What the hell," that kind
Yeah.
of thing. And dude, he was like really into it. Like he gave me the whole like,
Yeah.
"The fuck is wrong with this guy?" Standing in the middle of the road, like
he
it just,
thinks this is like his shot to like
This is it.
Bollywood or something.
he was like Tom Cruise,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
let's make it happen.
You gotta
you know?
commit.
He committed, man.
Yeah.
Like we did a few takes, and every time, like I know this song, like, we're good friends. We talk to each other all the time. But when he
Ah.
was in the thing, bangs into me,
Yeah.
turns back, looks at me, and his eyes are saying like, "God, standing over there in the middle of what's wrong with this guy?" I'm
Right.
like, wow,
Damn.
full on, man.
You're lucky Sam Taylor wasn't around. That would
Oh,
have been
man.
like him
He-
spanking your
He
ass
wouldn't
every
have
time.
banged into me. He would have just banged me. He would have like, got a hanger and just slapped me around.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
Man, that's another thing that I must say. I'm very, very, I'm very surprised that this is like a thing that's still happening.
Well, it's a little early for New Year's, whatever. Not resolutions, but like wishes.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like, that's my wish list for next year. Cancel this fucking guy.
Oh,
like, this
man.
guy, he should be... Like, I don't wish, like, people to, like, lose their jobs or whatever. Don't lose your job.
Yeah.
Like, don't go to jail. But, like, you should stop doing that.
I mean,
that should stop.
Yeah. That's one of those things that I actually every now and then when I'm scrolling Facebook and it pops up.
Yes.
There are a few times when I stop and look because I'm curious about the person who's on the other end of the
Yes.
thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm looking at them like, what was the deal he gave you?
Yeah.
That you're like, sure, rub your face on my face.
Yeah.
But make sure I have a good suit. It's like I'm trying to understand what was the contract, what was the deal that you agreed to, or is this a thing now that if you come and make a suit,
Yes.
he has the option to put you online and do this?
I mean, yeah, you're right. Like, what's what's the legal coverage there?
I think this is called the Harvey Weinstein clause. It's like if you want to work with me, you want
Yeah.
my stuff, you're gonna have to
Yeah.
let me do this to you if I feel like it.
Yes.
So like maybe it's one of those things.
Yeah,
have no idea.
It's. I mean, obviously, he now knows he's like upsetting. Like it's just a circle or a cycle of
But I
like
think he
he
doesn't
knows it's
care.
like exact controversial.
Yeah.
So it's
So
like
he's getting
people are gonna
views.
look. Yes, exactly. The
Yeah.
views. And that's what's really fucked up about this whole like views attention economy. It's like
Yeah.
a lot of people are doing stuff bad,
Yeah.
not like bad, like morally bad, but like even like quality bad on purpose.
Yeah.
Because they know that like gets attention.
Well, that's the thing, man. You that's the whole thing about the world is that you have to be one of the extremes. Either you're like super good
Yes.
at what you do or super bad.
Yes.
I mean, William Hung, he sang that song, the Rick and Martin song.
Yeah.
Became huge.
Yeah.
But the one true thing though is that it doesn't last. Obviously,
It doesn't la-
You-
yeah.
I mean, it's a gimmick, right?
But also, yes, but a lot of people acknowledge it doesn't last. But while it works, you can
Oh.
make so much money.
Yeah.
That actually doesn't matter after that if you're like
Absolutely.
basically a one-hit wonder, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I was reading about the kid that I Show Speed guy.
Oh yeah.
But then I started watching this. I genuinely didn't know much about him
Yeah.
before he came here.
This guy hustles, man.
Yeah, he hustles.
Yeah.
But I was reading like before, like what got him to
Yeah, where
be
he
so
is, yeah.
big, and it's just like all this like exaggerated reactions.
Oh yeah. He eats something and like loses his mind. He's like, oh my god, I'm possessed,
like
right?
runs
Yeah.
around. Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
possessed. If he eats like a burger, it just like goes fucking
Yeah.
falls off the table and
Yeah.
stuff. I'm like, I don't know. It just I think it just makes me.
It's called
kinda
age,
sad.
dude. It's called age. We're like, wow.
It
Why would I
just
watch
makes me
this?
so sad.
I know,
I'm
man.
like, obviously, like I guess it makes me sad because I'm like, me as a viewer.
Yeah.
I'm watching it. I know he's faking it, and he knows he's faking it, and
Yeah.
everyone around the restaurant knows he's faking it, and it's like, but it's not also funny.
Yeah.
Like I'm watching it just to see this guy pretend to lose his mind over eating a pickle.
Yeah.
And then that's it. That's the whole exchange that we have.
I think that isn't that with
There's
like
no. I don't know where the entertainment is.
but that's the thing, like isn't that like with everything when you do like let's say all these social events and everything, they're like, oh hello,
Yeah.
good to see you. I really miss you. How the kids are like, come on, man. We all know this is all
Yeah.
bullshit. It's the Emperor's
Yeah.
New Clothes thing.
Sure.
But you're in it, you're like, but if everyone's watching it, I mean I need to see like what is this bullshit about?
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean, yeah, you're not. Obviously,
No.
the difference is like you're not making a career out of it. You're not making it your
Absolutely.
personality. The guy who loses his mind when
Yeah,
he
yeah,
sees.
I am the guy that
Yeah.
loses my shit. Yeah. But
Yeah.
I think that's the thing is like, isn't it one of those things where it's the typical Hong Kong thing / or people thing in general of like just standing on the bylines, and
Yeah.
just watching something happen.
Right.
Where you're like, oh, I'm not involved, dude, but this is hilarious.
Yeah.
I think that's a human. What did you say? It's human nature thing. Like in Hong Kong, there's a thing called sek fa sang, which basically means that you just stand by and just eat peanuts.
Right.
While something's going down, you're like,
That's
"Mwah."
so, yeah.
Okay, so
This is fun,
and
yeah.
because I remember Wally Collins had this whole joke. He was like about how I think like people would go on safaris and everything,
Mm.
and it was one of those things where like, they'll be on the bus and just like watching these animals kill each other. Like,
Right.
okay, well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I remember it was actually a thing because like I remember when I did like a fight event in Macau,
Mm.
I remember that one where they had the front seats, had tables, and people were eating and watching fights.
Yeah.
And I saw these guys like there was a genuine joy of like here you are eating like a drumstick,
Right.
And another one person on the stage is like, you're like,
Yeah.
get him,
Yeah.
And I think that's just a human thing. I think we just like
Yeah.
to see something go absolutely bazonkers.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
knowing that, we won't get involved.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
I understand that. I think my particular issue
Is that
it's the like that's that like watching a fight, for example.
Yeah.
The agreement is all there, but there's also something real about it. I
Yeah.
think the fight, like
The fight
when
is
you're talking
real,
about- like even WWE, that's a show.
but it's like a proper story. This
It's a
and that. Yeah, it's
proper
not just like
story.
okay, he's doing
Yeah, it's a play.
Yeah.
Like that. Like there is a lot of elements. Like there is a show
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah.
But like watching a guy online,
Yeah.
eating
Eat like a hamburger and be like, and he's like shaking and stuff.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
really?
and then every comment is like a fire emoji.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is happening?
I feel like maybe there is a bunch of people who also have really big exaggerated reactions to life.
Yeah.
Like how some people are like extra sensitive to like crinkly sounds and stuff like that.
Sure.
maybe for all you know, there are actually maybe enough people. All his followers are all like the little like it's too much.
Yeah.
It could be one of those. I mean, I'm just trying to give the benefit of the doubt of like there might really be people who actually eat something and go like,
Yeah. No, I mean, I fell down a rabbit hole a bit where like I'm watching.
well, there you go. Maybe
like,
everyone's falling down the rabbit hole.
Yeah,
Nobody
maybe,
gets
maybe
it.
that's why he's getting the fucking
nobody
trillion
gets it. Like,
views.
really? Is he still doing this?
exactly. I mean, that would be genius if that's by design. That people are like he's doing the stuff, so people like me go like, wait, what is that? Like, what is he actually doing?
Is
And
he
then following
really doing
him.
it again?
Yeah.
I think. Hey, you know what? I think that might be it because like. It's the same with like Sam Taylor. You're like, really? He's gonna? Oh my god! I can't
He's
believe
doing
you
it again.
Yeah, you know,
then
and you know
end
what
up
to
watching
expect.
like 50 videos.
Yeah, you're like he's doing that as well. You know,
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's probably that way. You're like, there's no way. I mean,
Yeah.
if you really take it back to the art stuff, and I
Yeah.
remember that in the Fringe Festival where you talked about this one where the guy in the gorilla suit.
Yes,
he
yes,
sits
yeah.
over there. You're like,
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah.
No, I'm sitting for another minute,
Yeah.
man. No way.
Yeah.
I can't leave now. You know, I think that's probably it. It's just
Maybe
rabbit
he
hole.
releases a new video and that part of you is like, is he gonna do the same reaction
Yeah,
again?
yeah, like I can't believe what's he gonna react to now. So
Yes.
it's no longer the reaction, it's like what is causing this? You're like, it's gonna cause it.
Yes.
I mean, in many ways, it's true. Like, let's say with WWE, it's like you know that they're gonna do that move at the end.
Sure.
But you're like in between. What's the story? Why is he doing it to this guy?
Right,
you know, why is
right.
Roman Reigns
Yes.
kicking ass? You know, stuff like that. That might actually be it. I think we figured out a formula. It's
Yeah.
no longer the actual product itself. It's like, why do we
So,
have this product in front of us?
Here's a question now: how do you apply that to your comedy? If
Just
we
suck.
want to,
Just suck on stage. Like I said, either be really good at that. Like, he's gonna be funny. What's he gonna be
Yes.
funny about? Or he's
Yeah.
gonna be like, dude, this guy sucks.
Right.
But I wonder what he's gonna try to talk about this time and still fail. Right? That could
Yeah.
be it. And if you go to that level where like, dude, I can't believe like people actually sitting here like just watching this guy die on
Right.
stage.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, come and watch me. And the thing is, you as the artist have to embrace it. Be like,
Right.
I am gonna bomb like hell.
Right.
Okay, it's gonna be
Yeah.
a terrible show, but you're gonna watch me sweat on stage. You're like, this is gonna be great.
right.
I mean, I need to see this guy just struggle. Like, and the guy has to genuinely on stage, like, really say, so I'm really working at this joke, right? And let me sing you a song because I think it's great. And like, all the rhymes are kind of corny. You're like,
Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
God, we're doing this. Like, he sang to me, she sang to me, and therefore we came to me. It's like, what? That was the
What?
song?
Yeah.
And you're like, I can't believe how bad this is.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. It's just it's a game of extremes now.
Right.
Yeah. So I
Well,
think
in that case, actually, I would like to see other people are doing the same genre more than I Show Speed because I've had enough of him.
you need more, dude. I
I did like an hour. I'm like, that was
give it a
bad.
day. Your algorithm probably knows that you're into that kind of stuff.
Oh no, I'm not that stupid. I used another account to
watch
do
this
this.
shit.
Yeah, to watch this shit because
Ah.
I know exactly what would happen.
Yeah.
So
All
it's
of a
just
sudden you're
like a burner account. I'm like, okay, well, let me see what this guy's about. Like, I want to understand.
Yeah.
But also, he's like whatever, 22 or something. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, he's already a fucking zillionaire.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, he was like what? He was just crowned top influencer in the world like just this year.
Yeah.
He got that award as well. I'm like,
Yeah.
right over there tells you something, man. If that is what's influencing people,
Yeah, yes.
you know, maybe stop with the recycling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't also see a lot of good causes or anything. Like,
No,
hey,
but-
what's your?
But isn't that what like people in general? The majority of the world is not about like heal the world.
Yeah, no,
make it up.
no.
You know what I mean?
I mean, there are people who are like, there are exceptions. They're like Ricky Gervais is one of them, for
Yeah,
example.
yeah.
He goes on like a massive tour and he just posted that he donated like more than 2 million pounds to animal charities.
Yeah.
And he does that every time after
Yeah.
a big tour.
For sure.
But that's like,
But
that's an
Ricky Gervais is
exception.
on another level. You see, like, if you just watch his comedy, you can see that there's a lot of layers to his comedy.
Yes.
So therefore, he's not just like, hey,
So
guys,
imagine, compare Ricky Gervais to fucking Arshu Speed, and it's just like, it fucking sucks.
I know, but you see, this is why the older we get, the more we understand why old people are grumpy. They're like, the fuck is wrong with this world, you know? I understand, like, half of these people going into war. I'm like, I get it, man. At some point, like, you know what? Someone's got to go, right? If 80% of the world is that, you know what? We could use less of that.
Yeah.
So I think that is what's happening now. And I feel like it's us getting older.
Right.
Just doing the typical cycle of, like, this new kids, man. These kids, oh my God, what's wrong with them, you know?
Oh,
But
no.
I'm sure.
I
when
don't want to
we
be
were-
that.
But I'm sure when we were young, I'm sure we were like idiots of like watching stupid shit. Like, hey, check this guy do like like a backflip on his
Oh,
fingerboards. You know, it's like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the fuck are you watching?
flipping bottles.
Yeah,
on the table.
right? We were like, oh shit, I gotta do that. Yeah. Like look, the bottle flip challenge that itself, like all of us, like we did the ice bucket challenge, all that stuff. We're
Oh,
like,
yes. Yes.
So I bet you like people who are 30 years older than us go like, the fuck is wrong with
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Like, why would you pour ice over yourself for a cause? Just donate the money.
Just,
Shut the fuck up.
talk
Be like,
about the cause.
yeah,
you
you know,
don't
like,
need to-
but yeah, I'm gonna challenge the next person. Like, what
Yeah.
are you all doing? You know, and that's the thing, right? I think that was the example of like the only way to get people to raise money is to do something stupid
to
first.
get attention. Yeah, do a stunt. Yeah.
yeah, and
Get
then they're
something-
like,
I guess like psychologically you're trying to do something recognizable.
Yeah.
that people know that's the
thing.
that equals this. Yeah.
yes, exactly, yeah. So I think like I shall speak straight up. You know, like
I mean, to be honest with you, even back then, I didn't think the ice bucket challenge was. I still thought it was stupid.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it wasn't. No, I was never on
were
board.
you
with
ever
that.
nominated?
No.
No,
No, no one nominated
Wait,
me.
You know, oh, okay,
But
okay.
actually, if someone did, I wouldn't have done it. I would just be like,
Oh really?
No.
Ah, okay,
Did
okay,
you?
okay. I did it. I did
You
it. Yeah.
did?
Someone not. I forget. Like, because back then I think like some big guy had nominated some
Yeah.
well-known person nominated me. I was like, you know what? Okay, fine. It'll be a little
Yeah.
fun thing. It'll be a good cause and all that stuff. I was honestly, it was just purely just the ice bucket challenge. I'm like, and then what happens now? Like, you just do it.
Yeah.
That's pointless. You know.
Yeah.
I need to have some sort of point to be stupid. So like for example, let's say with a comedy show, if it's just like me like talking to a mic, it's like that's not the point.
Right.
Oh, you people laugh. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that I can do. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
But then again, maybe using that logic, I should be like, well, you know, I lose my shit, and what happens? People fucking love it. I'm entertaining a bunch of people.
Yeah.
I'm getting kids off the streets. Okay, you know.
I know I would be opening a massive like wormhole with this, but if you have like influencers that you know are not you, I'm talking
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
listeners,
Yeah.
who you hate, like someone you like hate watch.
Yeah.
Send them through, and then we'll like take a look at them.
Yeah, just
and
get
maybe
an
discuss
idea.
them and be like, no, this is so bad. They have to be relatively famous, so above a million followers plus. Don't send me someone who's like unknown, and someone who does like that's their shtick, and their shtick you think is really bad as a listener. So send them through, send them to Vivek, send them to me,
Yeah.
and we'll discuss them.
We see it. I mean, like, what the thing is that people would want to know what we think of watching it, just like
Yeah.
a reaction video.
Yes,
Right?
Fuck it, we'll do a reaction video.
Yeah,
we'll
it's-
do the action audio in that case.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, no.
No,
He what?
that's your thing.
Yeah,
Fuck
really?
you.
You know, we're doing that stupid
yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
we will have our own exaggerated reactions through there.
yeah, it's buffering.
Yeah, I saw one. I don't even know if it's like a real influencer, whatever. Like not a big, but again, someone at a restaurant. It's like this big black guy, and he's eating something.
Yeah.
And he literally just stands up and like bangs on the table and goes, "Who made this? Who made this?" And then like, the whole stuff comes back. It's like, "It's so good," and he's like shaking them.
Everyone's like, you gotta watch this, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I don't know, man. I think this is the equivalent to sensationalism of the news. You know, like, God, you gotta check this guy lose his shit. It's like, what happens? I could summarize it, but you gotta watch it.
Yeah,
You gotta see it. Again, that's one of the things that I'm glad I'm not
I mean,
there.
I guess maybe also as a consumer, even forget about like whatever old guy or something.
Yeah.
As a consumer, I'm watching this. I'm like, there is no part in me that goes like, oh, I gotta go to this restaurant now.
True, yeah. It doesn't
Because
help
it
the
looks so.
restaurant.
I think it's the fakeness of all of it.
Hmm.
The fakeness that we have all agreed to accept. I'm like, but I don't accept this because we all know it's fake.
Yeah.
Like, as opposed to, again, I'm watching WWE and it's like, no, this is a show. It's a different thing.
Yeah, they tell you it's an actual show.
The
It's a
same when
production,
you go to a play, like a fucking Broadway
Yeah.
play, that's a show. That
Yeah.
guy is not Hamilton or whatever.
Yeah,
Right?
clearly.
But when a guy on Instagram is screaming about hot sauce,
Yeah.
and I'm like, wait, is that supposed to sell me the hot sauce? Like, which part of this?
Yeah.
Because he knows it's fake and I know it's fake. You know what I mean?
But I think-
that's what I'm trying to wrap my head
But probably
around.
there are many layers of consumers. Like, you're the one that's not influenced immediately, but the other one's like, I gotta see if that makes me lose my shit too, you know? They explain that, and maybe
Yeah.
there's some people who are like, that'll be funny, man. And we're like, they'll buy it as a gift.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is the one that makes that person get loses shit.
Right.
Let you try it now, you know?
But okay, and like this is actually a good example of hot sauce because that's one side.
Yeah.
The other side is like something that is so well done, like the show Hot Ones.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a really good show. And the guests, forget about them being celebrities or whatever, the guests do have extreme reactions
Yeah.
and they are mostly natural because they're eating actual hot sauce and it's like long form
Yeah.
And you're watching progression as well. I think maybe that's another thing. The
Yeah.
progression
I feel
of
like-
like the reaction.
Yeah.
It's so well designed. You're eating 10 wings.
Would you say it's the same equivalent, like the it's a one hit wonder
Yes.
versus like the one who's creating the art?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
a sustainable thing.
I watched the episode with Rose from Blackpink.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And it's one of their best episodes. Like she's like such a sweet girl, and she like has a crazy journey and whatever. But like you're watching her really try to like get her story out versus like eating hot wings.
Yeah.
And it's just like slowly actually losing her mind. Like you can see it.
Wow.
And there is the top episode of all time, I think, is Conan's episode. If you haven't watched it,
I haven't watched it.
you should watch it. It's just like a 10-15 minute episode. And Conan just becomes extra Conan as he goes through the wings.
Yeah.
I don't even want to spoil it for you. Like what he does at the end, he just absolutely goes bananas. It's actually funny enough, it's the same thing. He does lose his mind.
Yeah.
But maybe because we're familiar with him, it's like, oh, that's Conan being Conan.
Conan, yeah.
That's not
No, but
Conan.
I think the way he loses his mind is multidimensional.
Yes,
You
very
get it?
multidimensional.
Yeah, Ice Speed very often is like it's that one type of losing his mind.
Yes.
Although nowadays I can see that he's changed a lot, traveling the world and trying different
Yeah,
things. But
yeah.
he's built enough of a brand like I'm gonna explore something new.
Exactly.
But yeah, the Conan was like he's just. But I think Conan, deep down inside, authentically speaking, a little part of him is like crazy like that.
yeah, he's a clown.
Yeah, he's a clown. Yeah, so he has that little clown base.
Yeah.
I
But
think-
imagine if that whole personality is just
Yeah.
losing his mind the whole time.
Yeah,
It'll be-
yeah.
He wouldn't be as successful, I think.
Yeah, he wouldn't. It would be like I said. It would be one flavor,
Yes.
right? You'd be like, sweet, I get it, sweet, I get it. You know,
That's
I
the
need a
one
little
flavor
more, yeah.
thing versus, yes, you're right,
Yeah,
the
yeah, it could be that.
multi-dimensional thing.
Yeah.
This is all going to be about influencers, I guess. One influencer of sorts that everybody on the internet has been hating for a long time and are now happy that it's kind of his downfall has been coming for a while, and now he's like really
Whoa.
getting it.
Who is this?
Salt Bay. Remember the Salt Bay guy?
Salt guy. Yeah.
Everybody now fucking. I mean, people have.
They
hated
hate him
for a
now?
long- Yeah. He's
Wait,
like
what
done.
happened? Like I remember, like it was the whole Salt Bay comes out, does the salt on the steak. I get that,
Yeah.
but then he opened some restaurants and didn't do well.
Yeah, open restaurant didn't do well, and then like charged like a crazy amount of money to just kind of like license his name out to like the restaurants, and then people would go and like have a steak and like share the photos of the bill, and it's like $1,200
Wow.
steaks and stuff like this. But then he also just tried to like go into events just using his like face as like the famous
Oh,
guy.
I remember I heard something like he just walked in like, "Who the fuck are you?" Like, "Oh, I'm Salt Bay." It's like, "Yes."
Yeah,
and?
so, yeah,
So he
yeah,
thought he was
yeah.
like no end of himself, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just like the progression of like, oh no, you can't just do the one thing.
Yeah.
And the
And
one
think you're
thing
the
was
shit,
so
yeah.
yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's
But
why.
everybody now, because he's losing the restaurants and like the restaurants are shutting down basically. Not a single comment that goes like, "Oh no, you're poor guy."
Yeah,
And I'm
it was a hot time. Yeah. Oh wow.
That makes me, I'm like, okay, there's some.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Would you say like a little bit of it is like also because like you look at this, you're like, okay, good for him, but you're like, hey man, like you're not that good. You just got lucky
Yeah.
with that one hit. Okay, you're not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm an artist. Look how it's done. Like you don't give talks and lectures and stuff.
Yes.
You did one lucky move,
Right.
And you don't tell me how. Yeah. It's kind of like the people who get lucky in the stock market.
Yes.
All right, here's about how to get started. No, that was just a lucky move right
Correct.
over there. You could
Yeah.
not predict the market and stuff like that.
You're
whatever,
right. I
yeah.
think it's actually you're going somewhere with this because I think it's the doing it by design and having the talent
Yeah.
to like, okay, you had the talent, now you get the audience, even if it's through luck, but behind that there
Yeah,
was
the
a
skill,
talent.
yeah.
There is a skill, exactly. But a lot of these guys
Yeah.
are like, it's like the Hawk Tuah girl.
Yeah,
Right?
there,
It's like
gone,
there was
yeah.
absolute fucking shot, like,
Yeah.
like, what is it?
Stardom,
Like,
yeah,
shoot,
shoot-
shoot
yeah,
in the shooting in the dark.
Yeah.
Like, or like nothing even. She wasn't even trying.
Yeah. It just happened to blow up, and she,
Yeah.
milked it while she could, and no one's gonna remember her now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, what was the thing behind it? As opposed to, I can't think of someone now, but like someone who is, as you said, like has talent.
No, let's say like Conan. Conan's a good example.
Conan,
Like,
yeah.
Off air, he still does his podcast. He
Yeah.
has the Conan needs to Conan goes nowhere. I forget the show. Conan
yeah.
needs to go or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And like all that stuff is like that's not just like lucky. That is a design thing. He's
Yeah.
thinking this. He's using his personality, his clown
Yeah.
thing, and he's making it happen. You actually want to see him do his thing.
Yeah. Mm.
You're not surprised by him. Like, okay, yeah, that's Conan. It's on brand. But it's not just like okay, He stepped on a banana peel again.
Yeah.
So I think that is the thing because like, however, as you said, all you need is that one hit.
Yes.
And you're set. And that works with all different bands, right?
Yeah.
You can have that one hit and just keep touring the world as much as you can.
Yeah.
Make your money and just stop and be like, you know what? Doesn't matter. Hate me now.
Sure.
I can retire.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the reality of like the internet or whatever. You need that one hit, milk it while you can. But again, that's also very true for everything, right? You know, strike the iron while it's hot, all that stuff.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that would be the same. I'm trying
But
to
you
think
have to
like,
have something to push out, right?
but that's what I mean. Like every now and then, it's like the broken clock thing, right? Like at some point, maybe one of your and a lot of times, if you read a lot of these books about influencing or online social media, they're
Yeah.
like the game is just content. If you
Yeah.
keep pushing out content,
Right, right.
you will build a phenomenon of where people no longer care about the actual content; they just want to see the content. Like,
Right,
what's the new
because
thing
we're
now?
creatures of habit. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you're used to. And to be completely honest, I am also like not necessarily even on Instagram. Like there are like YouTube channels from like back home or whatever.
Yeah.
Like if they're not amazing quality. It's like stuff that I watch in like my downtime.
Yeah.
But yeah, I look out for.
Is
Like
there
if
new
they release an
content? Yeah.
episode like
I gotta
once a
check it out.
week, I'm
Yeah.
like, where's the new episode?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
actually matter if it's like super high quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I think so. It's the same thing. Like think about like let's say people who watch let's say Instagram stories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The truth is you're like there's a new story that I got to see what this new thing is.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if the story is good or bad. You're like now I know. This is a FOMO thing. I think the more you think about it, the more it's the same thing as like any old artist before.
we're
with, like,
dissecting this.
we're
Yeah,
dissecting
yeah.
it. We're figuring out the psychology
Yeah.
behind it, you know?
Yeah.
No, but like if you really think about it, this has happened all the time. It's just that now with the internet, there's so many more options.
Yeah.
Versus before, let's say this band comes out with a new song.
Yeah.
I gotta still check it out, you know? Whether it's good or bad song, you still check it out. But the point is you already checked it out.
Yes.
You know, and then they technically got the click.
Right.
Right, in a way. So
Yeah.
I think same with the YouTube now. It's just
Yeah,
that
so
YouTube
you're
keeps track
playing
of it.
on the FOMO basically.
Yeah, you're like,
I
gotta
need
just
to know. Yeah,
Yeah, I need to know.
That's why like Instagram gives you that little bubble, like the circle of stories.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
you gotta see.
Yeah, it's
you gotta
right over
see
there,
what
man.
they're up to.
Yeah. You know, I think that is the game, and it's one of those things where like the older you get, the more annoyed you get because you're like, I only have 24 hours, man.
Yeah.
And I can't know everything, but I do want to know everything, and so you end up like knowing like, oh shit, I need to let me see a bit of this, bit of that, bit of this, bit of that. And you're like,
yeah.
oh shit, so I kind of know, but I don't
Yeah.
really know.
Yeah.
And then comes all the people who think they know but they actually don't know. For example, like I'm sure, okay, so like you'll have people who give comments, oh, you should do this, you know, why don't you do that? Like everyone can give the comment, you know, give the opinion of like, you should do it this way. I'm like, how about you do it? You know what I mean? Like, and then that's when you get the old people thing of like, oh, these kids now, they think they know better than us and
Yeah.
everything. I'm like, oh, whatever, you do you, right?
Yeah.
And that is the thing though. However, the good thing is that with the growing population of the world, simply looking at, let's say 80% of the population is into the one-hit wonder. 20% is not. The good thing is that as the population keeps growing, the number of one-hit wonders is going to increase, but the number of 80% people is
Right.
also going to increase. So therefore,
Yeah.
it's still gonna work.
Of course.
So the lesson of the story is don't be good at what you do. Just be good at one thing you do.
Right. And just
hope-
keep fucking hammering it to
hammer
death.
it to death until you can, and then just simply just get a makeover. And I
Yeah.
feel like, oh, who knows who you are, and you just live on your ranch,
Yeah.
and enjoy life, you know.
Well, or you'll always, if you get big enough, you'll always find someone who would still gonna follow that. Because as you said, like, it's like, oh, I'm so used to
Yeah.
you doing that thing. Like, imagine if like it's obviously nothing. I don't know the fucking guy. I don't know anything about the guy. But imagine if like that iShowSpeed guy.
Yeah.
And I'm using him genuinely as the one example that I ran into recently online. And also he's like, he's like
He's the biggest,
super
yeah.
hot, right?
Yeah.
But imagine if that guy like just completely flips and starts talking like about like really zen.
You know what's weird though? If you see some of it, I've seen a couple of, not really
Yeah.
the full interviews, but I've seen enough where I'm like, you know what? Actually, this guy's not stupid.
No, there is no way he's
You know what he's
stupid,
doing?
no.
He's doing the Mr. Bean. He's literally doing the Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
The Roman Atkinson behind
Yeah.
the scenes is like intelligent as shit.
Yeah.
iShowSpeed is doing kind of like that as well.
I think this is where I am genuinely confused and like again like Mr. Bean absolutely fucking loved.
Yeah.
I'm going to the movies to see Mr. Bean, or like I'm signing up to shut off my like believability of like whatever Mr. Bean is doing
Yeah, but
That guy is going to KFC.
Yeah, but
and
that's
putting
the,
the
thing.
bucket
Mr.
over his
Bean
head.
was doing the same. He was just driving on the same roads people drive. You know, I think honestly,
Yeah.
though, is we are doing the old people thing of like, yeah, but back in my day, we went to cinemas to watch that. You know, and they're like, dude, the YouTube is my cinema. I grew up. That was the cinema for me, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's one of those things where, and this is where I respect it, where like, if you are super intelligent, like Rowan Atkinson,
Yeah.
right, and you're like, let's say. Same thing as Ricky Gervais, The Office.
Yeah.
Plays a character that is dumb as fuck,
Right,
but
right.
behind the scenes he's super intelligent.
Sure.
And all these guys, the more you see, the more you're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
You put on a show that's idiotic, hit the 80%.
Sure.
But it turns out that you're like the intelligent people.
Yeah.
So the 20% respect you. Now you've hit 100%, made that thing, and you can donate £2 million to dogs. You know? I think that's what it's all about, Mo. I
Right.
figured it out.
But
I think let's be millionaires
how
now.
did that translate to the videos on Instagram? Like, you know,
Like I said,
getting in a car and screaming for half an hour.
So you target the 80%
Yeah.
who are into that, the one
Yeah.
hit kind of like, oh, that was funny, huh, that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing. So now they like you, they follow you, but then you get invited to events where sometimes, let's say, the other 20% who don't
Right.
sit and scroll Instagram, but
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
oh, this guy's famous, okay, let's check it out. You know?
Right.
And they're like, give me some depth. And it turns out you bring it on stage, you have the depth. They're like, oh,
Yes.
this guy's very
I
good.
completely agree with you. I think
Yeah.
the one thing I want to see is
Yeah.
that the interview, that talk,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
that
The
whatever,
Aisha Speed thing,
New York
talk about,
Times
like, you know,
Instagram or New
yeah.
York Times article or whatever when he's talking, it was like, yeah, here's my thing.
His whole tone changes.
yeah, his whole
It's
tone
like, in fact,
changes.
if you look behind the scenes of what I do, very often we're talking about the dichotomy of
and
human
I'm
life.
pretty sure if we have him on this podcast, he'll probably say something similar.
I'm sure.
He might be,
Yeah.
but I want to see it.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is. I think you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those things, time and time again.
Yeah.
And maybe that's also the trick.
Yeah.
Is that you have to be like the dumb blonde.
Yes.
But actually, you're super smart.
Yes, yes,
You're the
yes.
Paris Hilton, but you own the hotels.
Right.
You get my
Yeah.
point? And
No,
look,
of course, I get it.
I'm Paris Hilton.
Yeah.
Hello. It's like, yeah, well, you know what? I run this whole fucking thing. Kim Kardashian, huh? Look at me. Hey. You
Yeah.
know what? I have $1 billion empire. Fuck you guys.
Dude,
you
that's
know?
actually a great point because Kim Kardashian is doing like a masterclass.
Yeah.
And the ads, you probably have seen them on
Yeah, yeah,
YouTube.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
also.
yeah. I know. Like, what?
But I couldn't even get past, like, I have never gotten past her voice.
Yeah.
That's actually where I already was turned off.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm clearly not the target audience.
For sure. Yeah.
Never got past her, like, again.
The ditzy kinda, yeah,
it's
yeah.
something about the fakeness, like, that really
and I
turns me off.
think that you can have.
Yeah.
I know.
But I think in general, like, I'm even comparing her to this other guy or whatever. Like, anything that I think is, like, so exaggerated and so fake.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, I'm okay with, like, Mr. Bean or
Yeah.
WWE.
We grew up with that, man. I think that's what it is. We just didn't grow up with this, man.
I think maybe it's a little bit more that we have all agreed that, like, this is fake versus
Yeah.
these people are trying to sell it as reality.
They're doing our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, as reality.
They're
but
trying
like, they
to
have
sell
the
it
super,
as reality. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I
that's
think
what it
this is what, because like Kim Kardashian, like that ad, I'm sure everyone has seen
Yeah.
it now. They're pushing it quite hard. And it's like, I turn into like being neglected into like
Yeah.
a multi-million-dollar or $1 billion.
Yeah.
I'm
It's-
like,
it's the hook
you don't
right over
talk
there, yeah.
like this.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's.
I'm sure you don't.
I also, I was on a minute like, just talk normally. Stop doing that thing.
yeah.
Don't
But
do
that's
that
the whole
voice.
thing, you know? I think that's what I mean. That's
Yeah.
like it's like the Kevin Hart and all that stuff
Yeah.
where like they'll get the attention because like he'll say something, they'll kick you back here and there and everything. But if you read like for example his book and everything, like dude, this guy is smart. Like The Rock,
Of
same
course.
thing, you know?
Yeah.
I think so. The thing though is that reverse it. Okay, let's say use Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre is a good example of like basically the guy that when you interview, he's like no big deal, and when
Yeah.
he talks, he's like, yeah, I talk like that. What's the big deal?
Yeah.
But creative genius.
Yeah.
You know, and then I'm like, you're right. I wouldn't want to watch it because he's just talking normal. There's nothing
Yes.
weird, wacky, cool about it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
other guys that get my attention, I'm like, this guy is crazy, man. Let's
Yeah.
see what it's all about.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is, man.
I just watched 50 Cent give an interview
Oh, about, yeah, P.
that
Diddy
Diddy.
and-
Yeah. And he's actually, again, like an artist. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's the same guy.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I can see the connection between 50 Cent and whatever his real
Curtis,
name is.
yeah,
Curtis Jones or whatever.
Yeah.
Curtis Jones is a football player. Whatever. Just
Really?
like,
Isn't that his name?
Is it Curtis 50 Cent?
Something, yeah.
Is it Jones? Jackson? I don't know.
Something like that. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I can see the connection between the artist and the real
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that's like, it's just like that when you're looking at art, how close is your art
Yeah.
versus to your personality.
Yeah. Curtis,
And how much?
Curtis,
Yeah.
Curtis Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah,
I was
Anyway,
pretty
you're
close.
close. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. So I think that's the thing, though,
Yeah.
is that
And it's a matter of taste. I agree. It's like it's
Yeah.
not even good or bad.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of taste.
it's
Right.
like let's say Larry David.
Yes.
It's like you can see it when he does interviews. Like, oh, this guy is quirky like that.
Yes.
That's how he is.
Yeah.
you
Larry
know?
David is doing a version
He's
of
him.
Larry David.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
literally him. Conan, same thing. He's actually
Yes.
him. You know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think that's the authenticity that you have to go all
even
in.
like the comics that I look up to and appreciate, like Bill Burr or
Yeah.
like Nate Bargatze.
That's actually how they are.
That's actually very close to how they are,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I think this is the problem. Because I feel like Kim I know fucking nothing about her. And I feel like she's probably like a really decent,
I'm sure. Yeah.
like
yeah.
if you just like if you don't know her, if she goes to like a country where nobody knows her and she can really be herself.
Yeah.
She's probably really chill.
Yeah.
I feel probably.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, okay, that's like she doesn't talk like this.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
I'm like, you don't talk like this.
Yeah.
I just get so annoyed. I'm like, that's not your thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like like if you just stay closer to who you're.
Yeah.
And actually, a lot of the comics that like even like I'm friends with, like we work with here, no one is doing that like exact opposite or very extreme, which is cool.
Yeah.
It's like people are just doing versions of themselves.
Yet.
Yeah.
Until the comic comes like, hey, that's what I'm talking about.
True,
You're
yeah.
right. I don't know. Like, I think the world today, what I've found is that I'm talking to people as well, that you either be super, super authentic.
Yes.
Or you go the extreme. That's it. You can't be in the middle of like, I'll try a bit of this and a bit of
Yeah.
that. It doesn't work, man. People want the either extreme or like the real deal. Like you can't be replaced. That is who you are.
Yeah.
That's what you do on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think that we figured it out. We figured influencing out, man.
Well, I also for the influencing part, one of the reasons this came up recently, or got on my radar because I'm promoting this show for Maitre for January 4th, which
Yeah.
is in like 3 weeks, and I'm working with some of the influencers, and the expectations that they have and how inflated the ego becomes once you feel like people are being influenced by you is another reason why this is on my mind recently, because like it's insane how distorted they think.
Oh, they think they
Yeah,
In
yeah.
their world, they're like huge and this. Yeah, I get.
Yeah. And that's another thing because like you deal with artists versus influencers.
Yeah.
And obviously the artist sometimes can have a manager who is really difficult, or even the artists themselves are difficult or whatever. That's fine. But when you're talking about an influencer where your skill or like your thing now is telling people I went to this restaurant,
Yeah.
or telling people like this cocktail is the best or whatever, and we all have this silent agreement that we know you're getting paid for this, but we're gonna follow you anyway. But then I am talking to them as like, hey, let's collaborate, and I'm offering money, like we're negotiating, but you can see that like they don't. Like they're not even seeing it as like this is a business transaction. They're like, no. How much can I get out of you? That like because I have my people. I'm like, you have the same amount of followers as me.
Yeah.
You're
Like,
not.
Yeah. You're like a few thousand, buddy.
Yeah.
Calm
Like this
down.
is not even like calm down exactly.
Yeah.
But like the language, like I don't want to be too specific, but the language that they're using, and it's like it doesn't match my brand.
Yeah.
I'm like, what brand? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I've seen like you have a post, promoting fucking yogurt place.
Yeah.
Like this is what brand? You're insane.
Yeah.
And it's just like I think it really fucks with people.
Yeah. Well, I guess so. This is the weird thing is that there's two ways to look at it. One is that inflated ego is going like you don't understand. People listen to what I have to say.
Yeah.
The other one is the fake it till you make it thing. Well, I have to believe that I'm such an influencer.
Yes.
That I've got to guard the doors and be like, no, I can't let my people think I'm just going to sell out my soul to anyone.
Right.
But I think this is again one of those things that I've learned over time is that like the story of the guy driving a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
No one's actually looking at the driver.
Right,
They're looking
yeah.
at the car.
Yeah, of
They don't give a
course.
shit about you.
Yeah.
And I think that's a weird thing. Like same with influencers. Like, okay, very often, like, and I've said this many times where the female influencer has much more a higher chance than the
Yeah.
male influencer.
Yeah.
Because the truth is, they're not looking at the actually influencing product. They're
Yes.
looking at you.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, you're pretty, whatever, you know. And
Yeah.
I get it. But
Yeah.
again, that's one of the things that, you know, the pretty thing, okay, that's good. But after a while, they're like, okay, there's another page that's prettier than you.
Yes.
I don't care anymore. I don't care
Yeah.
about you, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a weird thing, I think, with influencers now, especially because a lot of kids are like, that's what I want to be, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone follows what I say. They're going to think, you know, I know the shit. It's like,
Right.
it's not that great, dude. Yeah.
If you have a Hong Kong influencer you like and you would like to bring them on here so we can I'm happy to have
They
this
can influence us to think
Yes,
differently.
Exactly. They can
Yeah.
influence us to change our minds about some of these things. You're welcome to recommend them. Get in touch at where do people find you online?
A funny Vivek.
There you go. Get in touch at Funny Vivek or get in touch at the other Muhammad or message the Backstage Comedy account at the Backstage HK on Instagram. And we'll happily get them on here after we go through their page so
Yeah.
we can have a few questions. But I don't actually know who's like really big in Hong Kong at the moment. Do you know who's like
I honestly, dude, I don't do enough social media to even follow it. Like, I did
Right.
the YouTube Fan Fest, like, what? God, like 10 years ago, I guess.
Yeah.
You know? And that was also one eye-opening experience where I was like, oh, okay, they're just humans. They're just people.
Yeah.
But I think most of the pages are just, targeting young kids, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like the kids who are like, "Oh, chick, did you see that one? You did."
Yeah.
It's like the Thais who are chasing the soap opera.
Right.
Same thing. You didn't see the episode? Oh my god, man.
Yeah.
So it's probably that.
You know, live shows are always better. That's always
Yeah.
that's what I genuinely believe in. By the time this comes out, we have 2 more shows this year. We have 20th of December. This Saturday is last showcase of the year at Backstage Comedy Base Hall, and then we have Christmas shows December 27th with a special guest on this one, and then we have a whole bunch of shows in January through March, including my tour, which some ticketing links are not live yet, so I'll put this out next week. And we have the Fringe Fest at the Fringe Club. We have a show in January and a show in February. And it's a whole lot of stuff coming up. A couple of headliners confirmed including one huge name from out of Japan, who I will announce when the tickets go on sale. Lots of cool stuff happening. Thanks everybody. Join us on the Patreon. That's the last thing. Where is the Patreon? Vivek?
Patreon.com/hohopod. HOHOPOD.
Yeah. So Patreon keeps the lights on, as we say, with the lights on the recorder, not the house.
Yeah.
I wish Patreon can keep the light on the house, but the lights of the recorder stay on thanks to the Patreon. So we're gonna do the Patreon now, and it comes out later in the week. Thanks everybody. This is super fun. Next week is the holiday episode, so stay tuned for that. And take care of each other. Happy holidays, happy Christmas, happy Ramadan, all of that stuff. All right, see you. Bye.